All right. So when we last left you guys, you had just been contracted by Madame Vail to help run security for transporting some corporate defectors. And on Drunkenwell, you know that's not like... It's not an at-will work situation like Texas is. It's... a lot of what you think and put into a company on Drunkenwell is considered corporate property. That's why there's property infringement officers for people who just leave their job or don't show up. And so you know that corporate defections are actually kind of a serious, dangerous thing that do actually indeed need security. Depending on if Blast Tech finds out about these 3 guys who have defected to SGI, then they're likely to put out a PI hit, essentially. And then your old friend Curtis Screw might show up and start shooting instead of asking questions, because that's a thing that PIs can do on this planet. So
wait. That was an option?
No, it was not an option.
I have pocket ideas for despairs of people who might come back.
I have been wanting a legitimate shot at that guy since we met him.
Yeah.
When you last left him, when we weren't recording for recordings, you had left him in a trunk. We have not talked about what happened after that. You had immobilized him with poison and shoved him in a trunk and driven somewhere.
Poison.
Like
some paralytic.
It was not poison. It was
a
medical.
day or two later, so we called somebody and said, "Hey, there's a guy in a trunk. Somebody let him out."
It was a stolen
number,
Drunkenwell security force car, so I mean it's just the back of a police car.
Yeah.
But you went with
I
the
saw
trunk
them.
instead of the lockup behind.
Well, because we had people back there, but I totally forgot we did the Weekend at Bernie's thing with them.
Yes. How you guys got out.
Yeah, that was really good.
It really was. Good times, good times.
Indeed. I don't know if we get to keep this, but audience at home, we tried to record a podcast for a while, and then I moved out of the city, and we did not get back to that. But we're doing a new story. A story involving corporate defections and security, and the desire to transport said people. So you disarmed your 3 wards that you're supposed to keep with you and get to SGI Area 5, their HR division sector corporate building. Well, everything's like small, tiny business words, but they mean like massive city-sized operations. So you guys had opted not to hop on the train nor the bus as public transportation, but instead go to a local rental car to secure what I'm going to say is essentially the equivalent of a speeder minivan that sits 6 people.
Okay.
But I think, Lizzie, as you're weighing the options, you're there in this rental agency. You have the car, and then you have basically the flimsy travel map that all rental car places will give you of the area. Mm-hmm. And you're looking at it, and that conveniently enough included is the fact that there are multiple checkpoints if you're driving across the island continent that you're on, that shrink when you're using the public transportation. So just a quick aside, there's some mechanics involved in this. If you guys decide to do the driving route, which is going to take you a bit longer, you're going to have to make 3 checks along the way. Stealth, negotiation, you're going to talk your way through these checkpoints to keep this.
To, even with my diplomatic immunity, because I've got that pass.
So they're going to ask you about your purpose for travel. You have to give an account for that of who you're traveling with, because your pass lets you through, but they're going to record why you're going through. So if this is deception, or if you guys decide to just beat up the guard, what have you, you're going to have to go through 3 times if you drive, twice. There's only 2 checks if you take the bus, and then there's 1 check if you take the train, because basically it's like a bullet train from section to section. So there's just 1, get on the train and leave the Ilavali and head for the outer working cities that are out there that are all named after their corporations. So I think with that knowledge and the fact that you haven't necessarily discussed your security plan for these three guys, you're kind of just standing out in the corner right now. They have no guns, and they're just standing there solemnly, waiting what to be told to do next. You might want to have a quick discussion with your team over what your plan is.
So, guys, I noticed that it's going to take a little bit longer for us to drive than I anticipated.
A little.
I think it's like 6 hours on the train and like 15 hours in the car.
15?
It's a bit of a road trip, but
When are these guys expected to be wherever they're expected to be?
I'm not sure we're ever clear on that. I think we just need to get them away from here now. So I imagine that
Late's probably better than never anyway.
Yeah.
Words to live by.
Right. So the question now is, do we care about what might be increased security and more of a boring trip if we take the car? Or are we more concerned about the time? I'm still inclined to do a road trip just because a gun battle in a public transportation vehicle seems like a bad idea to me, but I know Kumin is always down for stuff like that, so...
I'm also down for avoiding it. If somebody's looking to stop these guys from going anywhere, it's unlikely that they will use the regular security forces to do it. So the security checkpoints may not be as much of an issue. But if we take expected modes of transportation, I imagine that anybody who is trying to stop these guys from leaving, SGI, will be looking for us there. So we may avoid a fight.
I agree.
Which is probably best.
I think that in the rental car, we have the option and control of where we go in. We have more security checks to go through. So I think it just comes down to, what do we value more? Less security checks or the power to choose what route we take and maybe catching whoever is after these guys off guard.
Good call. And I know you like rolling dice. So the last factor in the decision for me is going to be if we can get our lovely driver, Jovi, to come with us. I really want to make a play for that, to talk Jovi into this road trip.
So I think Jovi, he might. It'd be tough if he's going to be interested in going to the other side of the island with you guys, since he's the driver for Madame Vail, and she's got him on call, so he's got to be close by. But the real kicker is going to be that you've got seats for 6. So you got 3 security. You got 3 guys on your security, and you got 3 on your team.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I thought you said last time that it was a large enough vehicle that it could accommodate all of us. So like a small
excluding
SUV.
Jovi.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll drive. I drove once. We're good.
A ringing endorsement.
You heard him.
My master used to let me back the car out of the driveway at the Jedi Temple, so I think we're good.
He's like, yeah, it's agility based. We're fine.
Picking up the pace though.
Well, given that we don't have any other options, apparently, because it's just impossible to fit all 7 of us in this vehicle, right?
I mean, you could shove somebody in the back trunk.
They have to ride in the trunk?
Well, you have 6 seats in your car, van, whatever.
I say we put someone in the back trunk. We go to the 3 guys over here, and whoever draws the short stick is the one that has to go in the trunk.
I feel like this is a terrible idea. Okay.
What? In an unrelated note, what y'all soak?
What?
I don't know if I want to
Should-
tell you.
Should we stop for helmets or something?
I
No, we're
don't think
good.
so.
No, we're
I've
good.
got-
Okay, so
I've got really good stealth and decent agility. I think we'll be okay.
And I
so
saw
it's
someone
decided.
not fly a ship once, so I might be able to drive as well. According to Kuman's logic, I think
Yeah.
I too am qualified to
All the
drive.
reflexes.
So Kuma, just out of curiosity, what is your agility?
It's a respectable. It's respectable.
Did you? We're gonna say 3. I feel like you were gonna say 3.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
He said it was respectable.
Man.
Is this a deception roll?
Listen, I won with the Force, and the Force is.
Oh. Uh-huh.
I didn't know the Force
All
allowed
right.
you to drive things. Learn something new every day.
It doesn't. It definitely does not.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Okay.
Except
Yeah.
that's how exactly
All right, well,
how it
this
works
is
for
what it
Dottie.
is.
There you go. You learn something new.
So yeah, let's thank you so much, Jovi, for showing us your favorite rental car place, and we will catch you later. I really appreciate it.
Okay. And he just shuffles back off to the train.
Okay, so
Watched
for
as
next
her
time,
last best hope for surviving this journey disappears onto the train platform.
see
Okay.
now this is how I should have used my 10 XP was to upgrade the enhanced power because you can use it with the piloting planetary skill, but I don't have that, so I can't actually use the Force. It's
What
all
is your...
So you've seen your master use the Force to help him with driving, enhance his
Exactly.
driving skills, and you're pretty confident you can mimic that, but you have no training.
Like, I have the Force.
exactly.
Just use the Force.
So I think we need to go to the old clients back here and see who draws the short stick.
No, we don't need to put anybody in the trunk because
Wait, I think we should still... I mean, is anybody here? Raise your hand if you don't like leg space. My
I mean-
hand's down.
You know, he's right.
I
It might
already...
be safer.
Lizzie might volunteer for the trunk.
I already
based on
did
how
It
you
might be
say.
safer.
The sticks... So we should put... Okay, real question. Can 3 people fit in the trunk? That's the real question.
If we're putting anybody in the trunk, I'm gonna go get Jovi right now, and he's
Goodman,
driving.
what's your intelligence? How good
I
are you
left my lightsaber
Face
somewhere
to
else. Probably can't fit all 3 people in the trunk.
Okay.
Oh, that was wrong.
Anybody going in the trunk?
No,
Okay.
I don't
no,
think
no
so.
one's going in the trunk.
Okay. Goodbye leg space, I guess.
I get over it, Cal. It'll be fine.
All right. Which car is ours?
So after that little aside conversation, we go back up to the rental counter and complete our transaction.
No. So you guys are ready to go. You're out at the lot, and you can get in. Everyone loads in, and you're just heading on the way. Any pit stops?
We are definitely going to pick up snacks, and Cal, I expect you to have like a fire playlist.
Yep, it's in my trench coat. It's right here. I think I should roll to see how fire it is. And if I achieve the roll, then we get blue die as long as we're in the car.
Yeah,
What's the
it's like
difficulty,
a
GM?
specialty.
It's a charm. I'm trying to charm.
You're trying to charm the GM.
playlist.
Oh, you want to a charming playlist?
Yeah, charm. Just like where you just feel like you can do anything.
Something that makes people better at driving. It's all like car themed.
It's like I built it with the human psyche in mind. It like gets you going. It gets into your, like how something builds and you build it up correctly, like those weird pastors do that want your money.
It's road trip music.
Yeah.
It's road trip music. Okay, we can roll for the road trip music. Ugh.
So we're not just subject to the vagaries of the radio.
That's right.
That's for
I don't want to
plebes.
hear these guys moan and complain either about the 15-hour car ride. So
It's like
Right.
it's like 50 minutes of commercials and 10 minutes of elevator music.
no.
Yeah.
It's 50 minutes of Cal's new business ventures.
Oh, great.
Kind of like timeshares.
Oh,
Great
no.
opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah,
All
every
right, so
hour
roll a
there's
force
like
dice
10-minute
first.
pitch.
Roll a fort, just one.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing our... Oh, he's doing it. Do we have to roll it? No, because we're still in the same session. Sorry.
Yep. No, we're good. He's rolling a dice to determine how difficult choosing a playlist is,
That's fair.
which is with the dark side means that not everyone has the same tastes.
Yeah.
Is it black metal?
So it just gives us something to talk about if we disagree.
So at least one person is going to dislike this. So this means that you've got a hard charm check upgraded once.
Okay. So 2 and 1 red.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I take my triumph to everybody likes it.
You wasted that roll. That is the best possible roll.
Look, oh my gosh, do you see that? There is
How?
all the negative dice are blank.
That's
What a
incredible.
waste. You know,
I
we're about to
want-
go to a security
I want
checkpoint,
you
and
to
you're going to roll.
Two.
You've only-
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna roll
give
despair.
one blue and take away one black, and the triumph is everybody likes it. And these guys just for some reason are like, if these guys listen to this kind of music, I just trust them for some reason. They like us. They're feeling good, and any roll that the party makes, 1 blue minus 1 black. That's got to be it. Look, a triumph, 2 advantage, and 3 success.
You've had fun, and you may have a blue dice while you're in the car, as long as the jams are on. That's what we're after.
And
And yes, nobody is going to complain or suffer strain because they're listening to a playlist they don't like.
The best
I would-
playlist.
Ooh. I told you, don't doubt Cal.
Soft jazz fusion.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, while we are rocking out to the best playlist known to man, Lizzie suggests that when we get to a checkpoint, we should say that we are traveling for,
Pleasure.
pleasure, sightseeing. We're going. We are on a sightseeing trip.
Okay.
And what's up there besides the?
Do people go sightseeing and this is
It's gotta be like some.
All right, so who's
mountains or
driving?
something.
I am.
All right.
And listen,
who's driving?
Blast Tech is an up and coming corporation. They're making a lot of money. We want to see their facility, so we're all taking a road trip.
And they are tourists.
Three
guys.
Or they work for SGI, and this is basically corporate
no.
espionage.
No, that's not going to be the cover story we tell the authorities. How about no?
We're spying, we're doing illegal stuff, basically.
Well, it depends on who the authorities work or who owns the authorities. If it's SGI security, we'll tell them that we're working for SGI. If it's Blast Tech security, we'll tell them that we are defecting. Yeah.
How about we tell them?
Are they always
that-
gonna
Okay,
be the same?
hold on. Let me give you guys a little bit more information, because as much as I would love to see you guys head on your road trip and arrive at Blast Tech for a sightseeing tour of the facilities, Blast Tech is where these people are defecting from. You are to arrive at SGI Area 5.
Oh, okay. So then we turn it around.
Yeah. And then other than SGI Area 5, the rest of your roads are all maintained by the governmental, Druckenwell Security Corps. So they're the nonpartisan group. They maintain all the roads and checkpoints and all of that.
Right. So I would say that we are definitely not going directly
Spies.
to SGI. We are making this trip up to the northern part of the continent to view the natural beauty, the scenic beauty of Druckenwell, just like we've been seeing on those advertisements put out by the new Druckenwellian Ministry of Commerce and Travel, right? We're starting to be a, what is that, like a vacation and tourism, travel and tourism type place, with the new Empire situation. We don't want to be known for just, weapons
Has there
manufacturing.
actually been commercials? Important question.
That's
New Mexico runs travel and tourism commercials. I'm sure.
It's an important question.
the abbreviation is DMOC. So yeah, there is a department. There is a Druckenwell Market of Commerce and Travel. Did I get that right?
It's important because
Yes.
then Cal
Democracy.
can sit back and let you lie, or he'll kind of be helpful.
You should be
I'm
helpful.
not a good liar. But
Oh, you're not a good liar.
No, it's a different skill.
Oh,
That's cunning. Deception is cunning. I can't. That's what we talked about. I can't lie. It's gonna be so hard. I have to always tell the truth and somehow get what I want.
okay. So, but
So
there
my
have
plan
been
was
some.
just to shock them with the truth and then laugh about their reaction and make them think I wasn't telling the truth. I was telling a joke, and then just roll on.
Okay,
So
so-
yeah,
I'll
sorry.
just incorporate truth into my lies.
Yes. See, that's the hard part.
As
I'll have to learn.
an FBI employee, what do I know about Area 5? Is this kind of a normal situation, or would this bring up alarm bells? Am I like taking these guys to the kind of place where they dress them in white coats and let somebody hack them apart with a lightsaber? Kind of.
That was Area 9.
Yeah, I threw it.
Oh, okay. That's Area 9. Sorry.
And you're the warehouse employee of SGI Area 9.
Right.
That Area 9 is R&D. Area 5 is weapons manufacturing. So it is an area that directly competes with Blast Tech in that sense.
Okay, so I'm not concerned that these guys are being sold into. Okay.
I mean, you haven't asked them, but yes, you're not concerned about that as far as I know.
Well, if it doesn't raise if Area 5 doesn't raise alarm bells, I'm not going to answer
Yeah.
those questions.
So we've all agreed that we are traveling. What is that a role? Some kind of role
There's a couple roles we're going to do.
could be up there for us to be more.
Hey, he already let the commercial be true, so I've got some ammunition to use.
Okay, good. Then I will let you run with that.
It's still a complete lie that you're going up there for sightseeing. So it's still a deception role. But before you even get to your checkpoint, Kuman's got to make his piloting check in between.
Very important.
What is the difficulty of this pilot check?
Currently, it's just
You guys are really
average.
breaking it up.
Yeah.
Like the blue put him in the car, right?
Yes.
Did we purchase insurance?
We don't need insurance. I got this. Okay.
Yes,
I'm
we
not down
do.
you, Kuman. I'm just saying. Good questions. I've been told that's what the responsible adults do.
Thanks to our new corporate sponsor, Cal, we
Well, that blue dye did just not enough.
That's a very interesting role, honestly.
Yeah. All right.
So you fail? What does that mean?
I'll tell you as soon as I figure
Okay.
out how to incorporate the advantages into it.
I know.
Technically that's 3 advantage is like a triumph.
He accidentally falls off one of the highway bridges, but he gets on a road that makes it a shortcut.
he takes a Texas off ramp and then makes a Texas on ramp.
But it just so happened to be the right road. He was supposed to
And
be on
it's
the
a
whole time.
shortcut. Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely
Yeah.
not the right road he was supposed to be on the whole time. That is the success and failure,
Okay.
is
Oh,
taking the
on road.
navigation into account.
Okay.
Who's
See,
navigating?
that was interesting.
The driver. It's just driving. You're just
Just
going.
driving, yeah. I got it.
Can
Oh.
Lizzie help?
Let's nav.
No, I know about a shortcut. We're taking a
Uh-huh.
shortcut.
Okay. Are you sure?
I make
Yeah.
a perception
Okay.
check.
Do you want to spend your 4 advantage on it being a shortcut?
What's the other option?
Okay, so
He said that
let me.
He wanted
Yeah.
to do that. That was
never immediately agree with the GM.
Right.
Jump up
Everything I
and
say is a trap.
Yeah,
Are you sure you don't want to spend all 4 advantage on a shortcut?
It's all about the phrasing.
Yep.
But what if the shortcut, I don't know, ends up worse?
It's
What if there's an
definitely
extra check?
it's a fail. Like
Okay, so
Yeah, well-
shortcut. I'll just mechanically, so you know that in your decision making, A shortcut means to me that you skip one of the 3 checks.
Okay, but what's the failure?
The failure is you're not on the right road.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, the shortcut then. We'll skip one of the 3 checks. That sounds good.
Thanks for joining us. You know the deal here. Subscribe to stay tuned to our misadventures. If you enjoyed us, give us a like and hit that bell icon. And of course, keep us honest on the rules and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time on the Dicey Cantina.